Save this follow along to access motions in your spine that feel stuck, to decompress your spine, and to bring your fascia some much needed hydration. You're gonna start with your feet hip distance apart, a little bend in the knees. From there, we're gonna weight shift out of our heels and toward the middle to front of our feet. From there, we're gonna take our pelvis, we're gonna shift it back relative to our ribs while we draw our hip bones just slightly toward our face. Don't overdo it, just enough to get a little bit of sensation in the lower belly. From there, we're going to bring our shoulder blades up, forward, and lift our chest. This is our starting position. We are gonna start by using our breath to stretch out or lengthen vertically our spine. With our exhale, pull the ribs in and up. As I inhale, I'm elevating my shoulders and my rib cage, bringing like I'm lifting my collarbone and ribs toward the ceiling without my pelvis moving forward, like this. Hold that height of your ribs, draw the belly in, ribs pull down and up, or in and up. Breathe wide. Lift the shoulders toward the ears, lift the sternum toward the ceiling. Keep that height as you exhale. Ribs pull in and up. Keep that tuck of the tailbone, pelvis back. Next inhale, even higher. I'm reaching my ribs toward the ceiling. I'm pulling my ribs away from my pelvis with my inhale. Shift the jawline forward. Lift the sternum even more without the ribs flaring. Exhale, pull the ribs in and up. 3 more times. Inhale through the nose. Reach those ribs up toward the ceiling. You should start to feel a stretch in your upper abdominals here. Shoulders are coming up toward the ears. Chest is lifting up toward the ceiling over the front of the foot. Ribs pull in and up, drawing the belly in. Another big inhale. At this point, I'm feeling my ribs expand wide, sideways, and up with my inhale. Exhale, ribs draw in and up. I'm lifting my sternum, lifting my ribs away from my pelvis with my inhale. Shoulders are coming all the way up. Chest is lifting all the way up. I'm getting as long as I can, like my spine is being, or my ribs are being pulled up toward the ceiling while my pelvis is locked toward the ground. And relax. Shake it all out. From here, we're gonna come back into just 10% of that shoulder lift, chest up, belly drawing in. Knees are going to shear over the toes. Hips sink down, quarter squat position, weight right down the center of the foot. I'm going to begin to drive the front of my foot into the ground to lift my tailbone up and back, lifting my shoulders toward my ears and my chest forward. From here, as my knees shear forward, I'm gonna round my low back, send that rounding up into my upper back, and round the spine with the knees forward. As the knees shear back, pressing my feet into the floor, my tailbone's going to lift, my shoulders are gonna lift, my sternum is gonna lift. Knees shear forward, low back rounds, mid back rounds, round that spine. Don't overdo it in the upper back, focus on the lower part of the spine here. Tailbone lifts and extends, shoulders lift, chest lifts. Knees shear forward, undulating through the spine, sending that rounding up into the mid-back. Don't overdo it in the upper back. Push into the ground, tailbone lifts, shoulders lift, sternum lifts. Knees shear forward, round. Push the toes into the ground. Shoulders lift, tailbone lifts. Let's sink a little bit lower for the last couple. My knees are gonna bend forward. I'm keeping that tailbone back. Knees shear forward just a little bit, exploring the end range of those ankles. Spine rounds. Knuckles of the toes, the front of the foot, push into the ground to lift the tailbone, shoulders lift, chest lifts. Really drive the sternum up and forward as much as you can as the tailbone lifts. Knees shear forward, round the low back, round the mid back. Explore the front of the ankle range. Push the knuckles of the foot down, lift the tailbone up, shoulders lift, sternum lift. From here, I'm driving my feet into the floor with that tailbone up, slowly tucking the tailbone as I come up, keeping my pelvis behind my ribs, lifting the shoulders, lifting the sternum at the top. 2 breaths here, decompressional breaths. Pull the ribs in and up. Inhale, lift the ribs, lift the sternum, forward and up, toward, chest is moving toward the front of the toes here. See how wide you can get in your ribs for this next one. I'm reaching my shoulder blades away from each other, up and away, like I'm spreading my ribs apart. Using that inhale, seeing if I can find the expansion sideways with the inhale through the back of the nose. From here, we're going to move into a rotational pattern of the spine. So create a little bit of a squeeze. Imagine I'm standing on 2 pieces of ice and I'm trying to squeeze those 2 blocks of ice toward each other without the knees buckling in. Knees stay aligned with the toes as I drag my feet inward, finding the inner thighs, using that tension to draw the belly in a little bit and the small tuck of the tailbone. Don't overdo it, just enough, like I said, to feel the lower core and maybe some glutes. Sternum is forward over the front of the foot, chest is lifted. For this motion, we're trying to feel these muscles on the side of the belly, the obliques. My ribs are going to shift to the left and rotate to the left while my right hip bone stays back. Keep the left elbow at the side, reach forward with the right fist. Elbow comes back to find the lat. As my left arm moves forward, the chest shifts over and rotates to the right while my left hip stays back. Inhale during the transition. Exhale toward the end of that rotation. Let's start to add some motion of the sternum through this. So as I move over to the left, my chest caves just a tad and I'm drawing in this left side oblique system. As my chest transitions, the chest lifts. Jawline doesn't extend up to lift the chest, shifts forward, chest lifts. Exhale, pulling in the right side ribs. Chest lifts forward. I'm moving with the sternum. I'm not overusing my neck to lift my chest. My eyes and chin are staying forward. I'm lifting the sternum. Ribs shift over to the left, flex to the left. Pull air out of that left lower pocket of your belly. Left hip draws back while I squeeze in that right side. Notice how my pelvis isn't moving into the rotation of my rib cage here. I'm locking my pelvis into that forward position, even creating a little bit of oppositional rotation as my ribs move. Shift and rotate side to side. More focus on the shift than the rotation. Shake it out. And this is something that you can do a couple times a week, maybe even every day as you build up toward it. Should help to bring some movement into the areas of your spine that are restricted and feel difficult to access.